On a more neutral tone, the 2-7 matchup was going to plan, as the Celtics take a commanding 3-1 lead on the lowly Sixers. According to history, both of these series are essentially over. But must I remind you, this is 2026. Healthy and back in the lineup, Joel Embiid would go off for 33 points to keep Philly's season alive. And in Game 6 back at home, Maxey dropped his own 30-piece to force a Game 7. There's no way. Back in Detroit, they were on that same type of timing, as Cade spazzed for 45 points in Game 5 to keep their season alive. But in Game 6, Orlando seemed poised to move on. At home, up 22 at halftime, which was then followed by the worst second half of basketball in NBA playoff history, scoring 19 points on a putrid 4 for 37 from the field. A monumental collapse by Orlando has this series going to a Game 7, where the Pistons would beat the brakes off the Magic by 22 to complete just the 14th 3-1 comeback in history. We won't be seeing this again anytime soon. Well, actually, that's a complete lie. Just 24 hours earlier, on the number 2 seed Celtics floor, Maxey and Embiid dismantled Boston to also pull off the improbable 3-1 comeback. Fully healthy, Philly is finally fulfilling its potential, while another championship contender is out in round 1. I am not exaggerating when I claim that this was the greatest round 1 the NBA's ever seen. It was madness, and we're just getting started.
I said I feel invincible. It's 100 niggas in the spot. I won't keep going. It's 85 just to walk on.
The stars were shining bright in round 2, with 2 future faces of the league set to duel in San Antonio, with the Ant-Man first to send a message. Back from injury in Game 1, the dude put on a shot-making exhibition. Fades, threes, you name it, while talking smack to anyone and everyone. While on the other side, Wembanyama had a historic defensive night, setting the NBA playoff record with 12 blocks in the game. But it wasn't enough to slow down the Wolves, as they take Game 1. The Spurs would answer though, with 7 players scoring in double digits to tie up the series, setting the stage for an all-out war in Game 3, where 2 of the brightest young stars in our game put on a show.
With LeBron close to retirement, have you given any more thought into whether you'd like to become the future face of the league?
Man, them folk got Wembanyama.
Points for Minnesota, 16-4, wide open. It's Wembanyama finally hitting from outside. A couple seconds. Here's Edwards. Can he get it before the horn? That's a bad man. Just there. Screen. Wembanyama 3. Good!
There is
what a hit outside.
3-level scorer this guy is. We saw it against the Denver Nuggets. As Wemby knocks down the 3.
My eyes hurt, bro. The future is so bright. Edwards shined for 32 points, 14 rebounds, and 6 assists, but was one up by Victor, who exploded for 39, 15 boards, and 5 blocks, including some monster threes down the stretch to give his squad a 2-1 series lead. Man, only if Lakers Thunder could have been this entertaining. What was supposed to be MVP versus MVP in Luka and SGA turned out to be LeBron versus Shea, with Luka set to miss the entirety of the series due to injury. Shorthanded, the Thunder shredded LA, winning 4 straight with an average win margin of 16 points. And like a true supervillain, an iced out Dillon Brooks would make an appearance courtside in LA for Game 4, to witness his nemesis get swept. OKC is cruising, primed for back-to-back titles, but their toughest test may still be waiting. Or it could be Minnesota, who after coming off a 39-point spanking from Wemby, decided to up the physicality in Game 4, to which Victor didn't take a liking to, as he elbows Naz Reid right in the throat. Dylan Harper is flabbergasted. To no surprise, it was worthy of a flagrant 2, ejecting Wemby from the game. The rest of the night saw Ant-Man dazzle for 36 points. And once again, the series is tied. To Minnesota's surprise though, Victor's elbow warranted no suspension, resulting in a dominant Spurs win as they sit just one game away from the conference finals. Trying to stave off elimination at home, Minnesota just couldn't contain the Slash Bros. The 21-year-old Castle would pour in 32 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. The 20-year-old Harper dropped in 15, while the veteran Fox also put up 21 points and 9 dimes. The kids close it out, winning by 30. The young Spurs are for real. They aren't coming, they're here, setting up what may just be the most highly anticipated matchup of the decade. A collision course with the defending champions in the Western Conference Finals. But first, we gotta get through the East.
And what better place to kick off round 2 of the playoffs than the world's most famous arena? The Mecca is set. The 76ers and the Knicks in a rematch from the 2024 first round with the right to go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
New York versus Boston in the second round had seemed like a foregone conclusion all season long, until the 76ers crashed the party, eager to kill New York's title hopes as well. But the Knicks had seemed to figure something out, and a 39-point beatdown in Game 1 was all you had to see to cement that belief. Without Embiid in Game 2, Philly put up a better fight, but still fell short. New York is smoking hot. In our other Eastern semis, we had Cavs against Pistons, with both teams coming off 7-game thrillers. But one team looked far sharper. It was Detroit, who after rallying back from down 3-1, seemed to find their groove, winning games 1 and 2 by double digits to take a 2-0 lead. Teams that are up 2-0 in a series go on to win 92% of the time. The Pistons are in great shape, and so are the Knicks. Also up 2-0 in their series, New York entered the city of brotherly love, prepared to kill. Jalen took off for 33 points, Bridges 22, while Cat ripped down 12 boards and dished out 7 dimes in the win. Using Towns as a playmaker has added a new layer to the Knicks' offense, moving the ball as well as any team in the league. With a chance to close out the series in Game 4, Philly felt like MSG, with 80% of the crowd being Knicks fans, as they watched in bliss as their team blitzed the Sixers by 30 to complete the sweep. 6 straight playoff wins, and it's orange and blue skies forecasted in the Eastern Conference Finals. The question is, who will they play? Headed back home to Cleveland down 0-2, Donovan Mitchell erupted for 35, 10, and 4 to get his squad back in the series. However, trying to avoid a 3-1 deficit, the Cavs found themselves down 4 at half of Game 4. Not a great position to be in, and Mitchell knew it. It was time to run it up once again.
8 points already in the third. Mitchell teed up again and knocks it down. Pat Jenkins, spin around LeVert and finish over the top. Mitchell attacks, the swipe, the finish. Donovan Mitchell. Cunningham is accepting the defensive challenge. Mitchell step back, raindrops. And the Cleveland Cavaliers have tied this Eastern Conference semifinal at 2 games apiece on the back of Donovan Mitchell's 39 second-half points.
Mitchell went supernova for 39 points in the second half. The man was unconscious. Another season-saving performance by Mitchell has this series knotted up at 2. That momentum would follow Cleveland into the Motor City as the Beard poured in 30 to pull out a 4-point overtime win, putting the top seed